You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Reign After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Reign After Show.
I love this song.
Too, I love it. That's why she won awards.
Oh yeah.
It's like Rain will.
Woo! You guys, we're all back to the after show. I'm so sorry. I'm just so excited to be back. You guys, we are here doing your favorite after show for Reign. This was episode 8, no exit. 18. Oh.
She's excited,
You guys, I am so excited. I've missed you guys. I have missed AfterBuzz. I showed up on the week we were off because I just wanted to talk about Reign, and then I felt really
Phil,
embarrassed.
okay, wait. True or false? Phil said that he had to give you a beer to calm you down. Did that really happen?
Yeah.
Where are my beers?
No. Phil felt sorry for me, so he gave me a beer, and he's like, "Why don't you just stick around and watch the show?"
Phil just made me do a show by myself, and I was trying to make him feel so sorry for me, and I got no beers.
Well, you know,
Phil.
We'll talk about it off
see
air.
what happens when you come.
We'll talk about it off air. Anyway, Reign, it's good to be back.
Yes!
No exit. What a great show. First off, fans, I know you guys were a little upset that I hadn't seen last week's episode, but I did see it since and whatnot. And obviously, I had seen tonight's episode.
He did. He watched it with us.
We found out that a lot of the cast and crew watch our after show. And so, Olivia, if you're listening...
Oh, yes, Olivia.
We don't hate you as an actress. We dislike Olivia, the character, at times, not all the time.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
I loved her in this episode.
Totally.
And that's actually the first topic that we're going to talk about is...
Look at that transition.
Right, is Nostradamus with Olivia, who I think they had a lot of chemistry. I really liked them together, and I mean, she brought out a vision in him, and you know what he was trying to do before to bring out visions. So obviously, she's doing something right. But yeah, let's talk about Nostradamus and Olivia.
I like how he was being so selfless and was like, you go, I'll stay. Like, I looked at him in a totally different light this episode. And his visions, they make me queamish because I feel like I don't know what's going to happen.
Queamish?
Yeah. Is that not a word?
Squeamish?
No, queamish. I want to use queamish. I just
Squeamish
made it up.
a word?
Just like Bootylicious got in the dictionary, so queamish.
Queamish.
Too. Just stand by.
It's coming.
But Nostradamus, you said that it made you like him more. He's always been a troubled soul, and, you know, he doesn't choose these things. It's just a horror that's, you can't say blessed upon him.
It's a burden and a blessing, but this episode, we saw him in a romantic way, like with a lady and having...
You hate on Nostradamus. You hate
yeah.
on
She's
him.
over here queamishing.
Yeah, I also feel queamish. I still think it's kind of weird and creepy. I think it's that like savior daddy complex issue. I said a while ago before they even hooked up, I was like, I think that they're gonna hook up because Olivia is kind of like, he saved me. Oh, I need him. Blah blah blah. And I don't know. Like, I just don't think that their love and connection is real. I think that she thinks that he saved him, and now she's like attracted to him and drawn to him.
Can you argue? Okay, so maybe not on her, but can you not argue that his love for her is real?
I don't know if it is, because the first time they kissed, he was like, I've loved before, like I had a wife and a family. I didn't see him. I didn't see him that into it.
I think he does love her, and he's guarded because he has been hurt. And you've heard like the syndrome where the nurses, or the patient falls in love with the nurse.
Yeah.
That could totally
The Notebook, anybody?
Like that totally happened.
Yeah, but I think that like she fell in love with him from this like savior complex thing. And I think that he's a guy, and it's like sometimes you're just like, oh, I don't, why say no?
Okay, wait. Nostradamus can get
I got
tail,
Phil on it.
okay? He
Hashtag
doesn't need to get
Nostradamus.
tail. He's got tail. And you know what? I feel like he really loved Olivia.
I agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree with Phil. I think we really, really saw the chemistry come out in this episode. It felt like we saw how conflicted I think Nostradamus was with everything being so lovely with her, and then he had that vision, and he was just, just things can't be all sunshine and roses for him because of the gift that he has. It is a gift and a curse.
Yeah. His vision about like you will fall in love with a man, total BS, right? On his part, just to give her hope.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah, for sure.
But how do we know that vision that he saw was not a vision of her in Trinidad? How do we know that? How do we know that?
That's
so
why
he
I'm
could be
squeamish.
sending her off to her death rather than, I mean, I don't know, maybe he recognized some of the other people in the court, but I was like, okay,
that's why visions don't work.
And how do
don't
we know
pay
that
attention to visions.
All of his visions are misread and kind of wrong.
Squeamish. And how do we know that they weren't just passed out from, being drunk? Like they weren't, like, how do we know they were dead?
There are some really poorly produced movies that go that way. So yeah.
They looked dead to me.
I didn't see any blood.
Yeah, but I think it was like a poison or a plague or something.
We don't know.
I think that he cares for her. I don't think that he is in love with her. I just don't see it, and someone has to be the person.
I think you're wrong.
I think you're wrong.
That's fine. That's fine.
Is this the last? If you guys are saying that this is going to come true in Trinidad, is this the last we've seen then of Olivia?
No. I think, we want to do predictions?
I'm just asking. We don't have to get official.
Well, this is the unofficial one because we have so many other things to go through. But I think Olivia's going to come back from Trinidad pregnant. This is not the last time we've saw
Get it, girl.
Olivia.
No.
We've seen.
Why is the biggest thing always got to be like, oh, they're pregnant?
Because they had sex and we need a baby at court
why can't
already.
he see that coming? Hello?
Because he can't control it, like the lotto numbers.
I was going to say something really wrong after that statement, but we're going to keep this PG today.
It was going to be not a pun.
Not a pun.
Phil, I'm so glad you're out of the booth,
Phil
by the way.
Yeah, well, elephant in the room, guys. Phil is, you're not the size of an elephant, but Phil's out of the booth by popular
this is why I
demand.
Did you guys know that Phil's a reality TV star?
Woo! Hashtag chasing Maria Menounos. Yes, Phil is. We saw him on this week's episode.
We did, where we fought to save Studio C.
Fighting.
The
for
studio
this
that we are in.
studio.
Is that where we in?
Yes.
We're in Studio C.
So watch Chasing Maria Menounos because it allows us to continue to make these shows.
It's a great backstory on AFTERBUZZ.
It is. It's really cool.
And it gets Phil out, like you guys all
It does
asked
get Phil
for.
out. Well, and you know,
Phil, are you out?
are you out?
Tried this out in you.
Trust me, I've heard those types of jokes.
I just heard a million Bash lover hearts almost shattering. Anyways.
Well, let's talk about some more heart shattering in this episode, or potential heart shattering. Right? You loving this?
Nice.
These
It's good,
transitions,
yeah.
guys. Lola and Julian. We were happy and started off this episode with their wedding, which was bomb. Wish I could have gone to it. And Little Royals was playing during the dancing. I don't know if anyone else caught
I
that.
totally didn't catch it. I'm so glad you were in
that's
there
why
with
we
me.
put it with the song.
Yeah.
Well, I caught it when Keetin made it a point, like, oh my gosh, and I was like geeking out because that's so cool.
Wait, you guys, and Tan B, let me make sure I have that right. Yeah. Tan B at Tanny Tan tweeted at all of us before we saw the episode and was like, listen out for the medieval version of Lord's Royal.
Loved it.
So
It was
nice
nice.
call.
Loved it.
We all heard it.
Yes, way to go, CW and Rain Riders. Love that.
I know.
I'm just going to cut right to the chase in terms of the Lola storyline. If Greer was looking to marry because she needs a rich man, why was that ever going to work out?
She dodged a bullet.
No, well, why was that ever going to work out on Julian's part if Greer ain't so rich?
But I feel like that has been Julian's plan all along. I don't think
What,
he
to
went
catch her,
No.
knowing that Greer's got the side
No.
boob?
He went there having this plan that he wasn't like. He basically went there knowing, like, with the false, presumptions that he was going to marry Greer. He knew her family was not that well off, so he found any way he could, because that was so quick. Like, he just walked in and was like, too bad, sorry, can't do it.
And there's no way that he can just forgive her all of a sudden for a kiss, but Lola, it's fine that you're pregnant. It's fine you don't want to tell me who the husband is.
Yeah.
Like, let's just get married now. Like, there's no way he's willing to overlook a kiss on the lips, but not a kiss on your privates.
So,
Sorry.
so
Kiss on the lips lasts forever.
Mercy.
So does
what
a
you were-
baby.
Right? So what you're saying is that he was plotting. He went to court plotting to find
a rich woman. There
I
very
believe
clearly.
that.
Yeah.
I think he's a gold digger and a murderer. I think that
You take my money.
Oh, you guys,
When
am I the
I'm
only curious human that's still dying to know what was in that present? Oh, what, you think it was that sapphire necklace?
It could have. Well, the fake.
The fake sapphire necklace?
Fugazi.
Yeah.
Oh, no, because he left the present, though.
Yeah, but he could have. You know,
No,
she
he
coulda given
couldn't have
that.
been.
I don't know.
I want to know who his family is. I can't wait for him to get caught. And once again,
I
Lola's
think-
being level-headed and said,
Here's the
"Leave
thing.
the money where it is."
I think he came. I think we got the full story. He comes from royalty. He's a Hungarian, but he gambled away all his money. Just like
Do you think he gambled
her-
it away, or something happened? Maybe he's embarrassed because if he's not talking about his parents very often. Maybe something happened where his parents screwed up with the money, and he's trying to kind of bring his family name back before he goes back to Hungary.
Or he's an imposter and he's not really a part of that family.
I don't know. You guys, here's the thing. You guys tend to be more right than me in that regard. So I'll go with, but I think I think it could be as simple as he gambled away his money. The parents now disowned him. He has no money. So why would he bring his wife to his parents who'd be like, okay, listen, honey, don't be with him because he ain't got none.
Yeah, and I agree with you, and I think that everything that you're saying is totally right. I agree with you. I think it could be that simple, but there is still that looming question of you had two wives before and they both died during childbirth. Isn't that just like a little bit suspicious?
Yeah.
It's very Addams Family Values-esque. For those
What?
of you who see it.
All of us are like,
Joan Cusack plays the Black Widow who kills husbands.
yeah, I don't know. That just is.
Spoiler alert. But not really, because that's what the whole movie's about.
It makes me nervous for Lola, but I feel like if this, happens because Lola's married to this guy now, she's kind of SOL.
Well, I want to.
So she has to kind of play nice. Really,
He had he did. I give him credit for the speech. Now I didn't feel it was genuine on his part,
No.
but it was a
used car
good speech.
salesman. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
He was trying to sweet talk her out of her coins. Yeah, it was a great speech.
Coins.
Okay. What I love is that if you had to take that speech, and put it into any different context, you'd be like, life is full of uncertainties, which is why you have to, love.
Like a
and
Francis
you're like,
speech.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
I
That
can
was
get
a
behind that.
Right. I don't
could
know.
too.
I mean, I know it's not predictions yet, and we didn't get a full answer of who Julian really is, but I have a feeling Lola's gonna find herself in even more trouble with him.
But
than without him.
could just to play devil's advocate, could the worst of it be that he actually is a good guy, a good person, and Lola screws herself out of this as well?
No, because they're married. Or she
It's
got a
done.
ring on it. So but do you know what? He
But
kind of
the
had
kid-
a trump card because he could almost say she cheated on me, got pregnant by. I think that's what he's gonna try to do.
Oh,
I think he's gonna try to disown her and say that she committed adultery and with this other baby, and then hope that she's already put the money in his account.
I have it, you guys. I'm Nostradamus.
She just had a vision.
Okay.
I love it.
Without having sex.
The reason that he doesn't care that she is already pregnant and knocked up by someone else is because he's trying to get in there to get all of her money. We know this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, okay, that's fine. You be pregnant. You figure me out. I'm going to say, guess what? She cheated on me. She's pregnant, off with her head. Or you can play nice and play ball and hand over all your money and stand next to me and smile.
Yeah.
Blackmail.
I think
Blackmail.
absolutely.
He's like, I hit the
waiting.
jackpot.
Mm-hmm. He's.
But he's
like,
not.
I'm good.
But blackmail, I feel like requires a little bit more truth and directness. I
It'll
don't know.
come.
I don't know.
It'll come.
It'll
but
come
Lola-
because she's starting to figure it out.
She is, and but Lola will come out on top, obviously, because I think Lola's so much smarter than him,
Mm-hmm.
and I think she's figuring it out quicker than he anticipated her to figure it out.
Exactly.
So
And huge shout out to all of you guys. We had so many comments on our YouTube link this week, and the majority of them were saying that this guy is totally sketchy. You don't trust him. So you're right. We're with you. Thanks for giving us your
It's coming
opinions.
into full fruition.
and
Yes.
fake necklaces. Don't give a girl fake jewels. Come on. Mm-hmm. Come on.
That ain't right.
Speaking of other fake things that are going on in this world, Henry's fake. Henry's going Nostradamus on us. He's having visions. He's going nuts. He's crazy things are happening. This Penelope chick is doing
I
no
almost
good.
laughed. I almost laughed because I thought he threw his crown when he saw Kenna on the ground. I didn't realize he kind of just placed it on the little table next to him, but I almost thought he just threw it.
It's like, this thing is itching my head.
I don't like it.
No.
I am so glad the Bean Queen is out. Like when they walked
Bean
in
Queen.
and he was
so
when he
done
was
with
hanging
her.
there like the god that he claims himself to be, which I loved that little twist in there because he thought he was a god. And Catherine had her sent away. I was just like, bye, Felicia. Like,
Bye, Felicia.
seriously.
I
Like,
yelled again. I'm
Who's
so sorry.
Felicia?
oh my god, that has so many jokes in it because it's a scene from Friday.
Yeah,
but
it's Friday. It's old movie.
There's also a trending picture on Instagram that's like, white girls will be like, who's Felicia?
And why are so many people saying bye to her?
Yeah. So I just totally played into that. Sorry.
Oh my god. Oh, a stereotype.
Yep. That I'm gonna turn that into a meme. Yep.
But yeah, the Bean Queen is gone. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Oh jeez.
But we see Henry kind of realize. I feel like he comes in and out of these things now,
Yeah.
which I don't know if it makes it more scary or less scary that he has moments of clarity a little bit.
I think less. Give me the moments of clarity for him in this episode, if there are any. I don't think he's had any.
I think he had a little bit of one when he was talking to Kenna in the beginning. He had one
Really?
when Catherine
He was horny
when
as can
Catherine
be.
came into when he was like tied up. He kind of like had like these are just moments.
Wait. What did the queen say? Or he was all tied up and he was like, I will not be bound by women. And she goes, yes, I can see that. Like, that was really funny.
Again,
I think he had a moment of clarity when Penelope had him like in the cross or whatever, and she was like, Kenna said you'd resist, and he goes, Kenna, like, I miss her sweet face. Like, I think that was like a moment of him realizing like, oh, I used to be a nice.
I effed that up.
That's nice.
That's not nice.
He misses her sweet face.
That's him being.
It's him horny for something else.
I'm not saying they're big moments. What I'm saying is there's these little, and maybe it's just a choice of the actor, which I think they're great choices because you see these little moments of thoughts that he has of clarity in between what he's saying, and so it makes you like, you kind of see a little bit of Henry still in there, and like you feel like there's hope for him.
I think it's more of the actor, like you said, and it's kind of like it's flickers of craziness. It's flickers of what you want you to think is normalcy, but it's not. Like, he's off his rocker, like, completely.
He is, and
I still want to know who the hell the tennis boy is. Like,
I think the tennis boy is his older brother because Henry was the second born, and I think he probably had something to do with his older brother's death or tried to kill him. So he
somebody
could become
wrote
king.
that on
Yeah,
YouTube.
we had
They
tons of
gave us the
comments about that.
history.
I did
Tons
not
of
read the comments, so great minds think alike. YouTube, what? I'll give you a shout out when I go when I get on my computer.
Yeah, a lot of people wrote that saying that it's his older brother and he actually in history died after playing tennis. So,
well,
Because he said he sinned.
well, I think
maybe
Henry had
Henry
something to
killed
do with
him.
his death because Henry was power hungry or something.
See, I want to believe it, but then the CW tricks us when they don't follow history to a T. So I'm just like,
I know. They
I
like to
love
do
the
that.
suspense
They
of it.
Again, it's their own version of fan fiction of like the Mary Queen of Scots story. So we can't get too mad at them. It would be too boring if.
No, I love it.
I'm not mad at all.
If you have read history, though, like if you know the history of Mary and like what's to come, season 2 is about to be like things are gonna hit the fan. Like season 2 gets nuts. So go read a little history. Go look up Mary Queen, and obviously they're not gonna follow it directly, but things are gonna
Season
get
2 or
crazy.
season 3?
Season 2. I just have an idea with what I've.
Yeah, we
read.
haven't even gotten through season 1, and you're already planning
We
out
haven't
season
even
3.
gotten through episode 18.
I know. I'm so sorry, but like. It will get you very excited.
Fahnia's
as a
like,
Reign
wait.
fan.
Shouldn't be that happening in season 10? That's not historically accurate.
The story of Mary Queen of Scots is so crazy, and it goes to all these different places, and it's amazing. So and they're not spoilers because the CW does keep us guessing with kind of the way the writers work, and so look it up. It will get you just more excited to see what's to come and where they're going to go with her story and how quickly.
What I like about the King Henry storyline is that it kind of focuses the villain on somebody else. In terms of Catherine has always been the primary focus for the first 14 episodes, give or take. And
well, sometimes they let her take a break. Sometimes she's like, "Oh, I'll work with you, Mary," and then she's like, "No."
Yeah, so it kind of goes and comes. But I like Kenna and Catherine, and and now, hey, you know what? I'm not mad at Bash and Kenna.
Of course you're not. 'Cause you think you're Bash incarnate right here.
I don't think that.
I also liked the team up of Catherine and Kenna. I thought that was awesome, and it was easier to break them, the King and Penelope, than expected. But the Cardinal came and they just saw that opportunity.
Yeah,
and I thought
it was just a classic example of she the Bean Queen thought, because you always have your guard up for what you think are your weaknesses, and then in the case of this, they played to her strengths, but and that's again it's great strategy.
And you wonder how much of that idea was Kenna. I mean, I have a feeling it was all Catherine's.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it was none.
Yeah,
None of it.
zero.
I heart Kenna, and I like her even more. I love the way her storyline's going. I love her and Bash together, even though I wish Bash was just free for me. But it's the way that they did this thing to King Henry. They played against his weaknesses because only they knew, because both Catherine and Kenna know him so much better than Penelope does. So they used that religious thing, that thing that is at his core, to kind of reach him through all the madness, which I liked that. I liked it a lot. And I liked that Penelope is gone now because she really bugged me.
Get out and do not come back. I can't even believe she's still in the kitchen. Get out of the castle.
Yeah.
Do we think at any point that they were going to have King Henry murder her? Because, he took a liking to throwing people out the balcony.
I thought so. I thought there'd be a murder twist.
At one point I wrote down, I was like, kill the new queen, Penelope, please. And then it was right before Catherine pulled Kenna aside and was like, so we got to do something. And Kenna had the same idea as I. You want to kill her? She's like, no, we'll get rid of her. We don't need to kill her. That's not.
I think it's worse. It's probably even worse that she's back in the kitchen.
It is weird that she's back in the kitchen, which means that she's still in play in this whole crazy French court.
I think that everyone is just going to make fun of her and give her such a hard time.
She needs to be voted off the island.
She took it to an extreme. Ordering people to give them their jewels, having her dresses made up bigger and better. That, she was out of control.
It went to her head. She freaked out like Justin Bieber. It just
out of
boom.
control.
Too quick. Too soon.
Yeah, I didn't
that was Amanda Bynes, set things on fire crazy.
No, she wasn't crazy like Amanda. Henry's crazy like Amanda Bynes.
Why are we arguing the merits of who's...
No, but Amanda Bynes is getting better now, so shout out. I hope she gets better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She's great.
For sure.
I loved her. Anyways, moving on. Let's talk more about
Phil, sometimes I think
because if we're gonna argue the show, it's one thing, but then we're arguing the merits of celebrities and who's what.
So can we talk a little bit more about Bash and Kenna?
Yes.
I'll talk about it all night.
Because how sweet was that gesture at the very top of the episode where he gives her his grandmother's or great-grandmother's ring, and Kenna's such a little bitch about it. She's but she tries so hard to be nice, and she's like, it's nice that you tried, but I think we're seeing her kind of... I think Kenna has not let herself be loved because she wants to stay in control, and I think that's one of the reasons why she puts up that wall with Bash. And I think he's kind of breaking it down a little bit, and I really like that.
She had that great line of it feels good to know that someone's gonna keep me safe or whatever she says.
Yeah, I think that it's not really so much of her being in control. I think so much of her was fueled by wanting money and to be rich and to be seen as a high person in court. And I think that is what led her to ultimately pursue what's it called when you have a second wife? Mistress. Sorry, guys.
Mistress-dom?
Side chick.
Yeah, I think
Jump
that's what
off.
ultimately led her to pursue being his mistress was, that allure of riches and all that. So I think that that's what and then she got twisted and all that sex stuff. So I think that she forgot about what love was, and she just had that idea of like being held such a high standard. And now this whole Bash's compassion, how nice he's being. At first she kind of pushes it off like, oh, that's cute, whatever. But now that King Henry is like showing that he just wants her for sex, I think that she's seeing like, whoa, wait, this is actually what love is, and it's bringing her back down.
And Bash coming in and being like, are you okay? And being just so honest and true about that.
Yeah, I think
And
it's showing her what it's supposed
I
to
love
be.
how you can call this love, but you can't call Nostradamus what
I
he
know,
has
yeah,
for like.
true story, Megan.
Bash doesn't love Kenna. Let's be clear.
He does,
Not
no, he
yet.
doesn't, but he's showing her compassion.
It's going
and
there.
kindness.
That's because
It's
he's
going
trying.
there.
That's because Bash is cuter than Nostradamus, so she's more believable, right?
Yeah. Well, you tricked me into just saying yes.
Queen Catherine over here.
I think he's 100% compassionate, and he's trying to, he's why lead a miserable life if you're supposedly going to spend the rest of your lives together. I think he's doing that. Does he 100% love her? Not, we'll see. Maybe it'll develop.
Yeah,
But,
and
to be
that
clear-
last scene with them, like Kenna, I love seeing Kenna kind of being like, look what we've done, like I've done for you. Like Kenna's like, I'm proud, like the queen is gonna give us our own place, and I hope she follows through. I don't know if Catherine will, because Catherine's not like a Lannister. She doesn't always keep her.
Yeah, but I think
dad
it's going to be some. You can't just take that away. Come on.
No.
You
But
can't, but she's Catherine, so
She is
there's
Catherine.
nothing
She can
putting
do
it past
whatever
her.
she wants.
Depending on the wind blows which way, and if Kenna does something to piss her off. But I love Bash.
I think it's more of a matter that Francis is going to need Bash in court with him. I think they're getting to a good place, whereas before, obviously, Mary was a point of contention. But now I think they're good, and he's going to say, Francis is going to say to Bash, like, hey, I need you here. You can't leave. What's it going to take?
yeah, he's getting over it because Bash is like, I need to focus on my new wife because he wants to do right by her. And intense makeout. Do you guys think they bashed?
Duh.
Or mashed? That's how Ricky said it.
I don't think
I think that because again in
I
this
don't
episode,
think they have yet.
They did it. They did. It happened tonight.
You saw. You had a vision.
was consummated.
I don't know.
You guys,
because
it
has not been
happened.
consummated yet.
She
we
said
didn't
I
get to
might as well
watch.
put him to use.
Okay, but I don't think you're giving Kenna enough credit in that respect. I don't think she's just like a sex whore.
Well, she's obviously a very.
But I think
In
that, but now she's
episode one,
developing
she was
feelings for him.
masturbating. Like she's a very
I don't know.
sexual being.
Guys,
There's nothing wrong
comment.
with that.
I'm not saying there is either, but I'm just saying I don't think they
Get back in the booth.
fans write in.
I'm just kidding.
You better watch it.
I know.
Fans, write in. Let us know what you guys think. Team Megan or Team Phil on this one. Hey,
What are we even fighting about?
I don't know.
That
Whether or not they slept or
banged? Okay, yeah. Team Megan, they slept together.
and you know what? If they did, fine. I'm not opposed to it. I just
Phil's
don't
just
think they
jealous.
Yeah.
You're jealous because you want it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna lose and it's gonna suck. That's fine. No,
You've already
you guys,
lost.
they slept together. Everyone thinks that though, right?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think they
All right.
they sealed the deal. But going back to
We'll
Bash,
see.
I loved in this episode again. He was defending Kenna's honor, as you saw, and he's counseling Francis, and that's why I think, yeah, he could go off and live at the estate because he was willing to do that with the other chick to live his life and have his own life.
With Mary?
No.
No,
I was like, with the other chick.
the chick with the tattoo, the one that died, lived in the forest.
Yeah.
You know, I
Can't
think
remember
that
her name, but
I'm
yeah.
glad we
think-
can have a little vigil for her.
Yeah.
Make sure you
I
write
think
That
that
chick.
that Bash, you know, he deserves to have his own love and his own life and his own family. And I think he would, if he wanted to, he would leave. Be like, you know what, Francis, I got to live my own life.
No, I don't
think he would
I
leave.
think
He
you're
loves-
wrong.
I mean,
He
obviously he
loves
couldn't
Mary and
leave
he
because
loves
the
Francis
show
too
would be
much.
like, it's all about French court. So.
Wait, you guys, what's that girl's name that isn't taken by the darkness? Her and her family.
And we're gonna get slaughtered. If
No,
we
I know, but I want to know because I think that they're gonna come back.
Well, no, she lost her.
Yeah, they have her hand,
Oh, good
but that
for
was
her.
just a warning. She's alive.
You think she's alive?
I've made this mistake before by pronouncing people dead. that aren't dead.
Olivia.
This lady's alive.
Hashtag
Okay.
Olivia.
Okay.
Olivia's alive.
Well, Clarissa, we still don't know what.
We don't
She's
know.
alive,
We
too.
haven't heard about the darkness recently, the pagans, Clarissa. All of these storylines have kind of been backseat because they've just wanted to get everybody married real quick. Like, all the girls are married, like, and Greer's next.
Where is Castleroy? Where you at?
Yo, he has some business to attend to. So when he gets back, they're gonna get hitched. That's what they said. That's what they said. Greer was talking to Lola, and Lola's like, "You're next," or Kenna was like, "You're next." But let's.
Never mind.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna
Okay.
move on to the main storyline of this episode, where Mary's brother coming to town, cutie little Scottish boy with Scottish accent, who I love.
James.
James, who I liked at the beginning, and I kind of believed him too, but by the end, no bueno.
I don't like her brother. I don't trust him.
I don't trust him.
Seems real sketchy, and I don't understand what the rush and the hurriedness is. I'm totally on Francis's side. Like, let me investigate, lock her away. He's playing his king role. I know she wants to play her queen role, but I want her to be alive.
I mean, if I had to nitpick, perhaps, right? He seemed like he was on point to come. Like he wasn't. It wasn't an unexpected visit. You get what I'm
Rowan.
saying? You know what I mean? Like
Her name's Rowan. Sorry.
excellent. Wait, what?
All those people who already stopped watching because we couldn't remember her name. We
remember.
knew it. It's Rowan.
I just like that it
I'm
blurted
so
out.
sorry, Phil.
No worries, we got it. So, but you know what I mean? So yes, they meet kind of in the dark and things like that. But had he like just ran into court and been like, "Hey, I need to speak to Mary ASAP. There's trouble."
No, he was
you know.
plotting. He did it very, very snaky. And I agree with Francis. Do a pop-up visit. If there's something wrong, look it. It's
Or
not
do it the other way, where you come into court officially announced, and
Yeah.
you say, "Hey, I seek counsel with."
Right.
Well, and this is the other thing, is like he's using like Mary's mother as kind of like the pawn in this scenario. But last time Mary saw her mother, she told her she never wanted to see her ever again. So it's like it's confusing to me why Mary is so quick to kind of rush to her mother's aid. I understand she's saying, "Oh, it's Scotland." It's
I
Scotland,
don't think
it's
she's
Scotland.
going to her mother's aid. I think she's
That's
100% defying. No, but the mother keeps a French counsel. So the whole point is to. I think she's coming in to appease the situation by getting perhaps rid of the French counsel.
Yeah.
But she mentioned her mom too, which I had the same thought. Well, last week she was ready to kill her because of that document
I don't know about that.
So
I don't think it's a matter of that.
I just think I think her brother's using very good words and getting her like Scotland needs to see their queen and really hot button words to get her to come. But if something happens, it can send troops. I like that she was locked away.
I think that last week we saw Mary get a little taste of what the queen life is like with all those Scottish men bowing down to her. And I think that it really empowered her, and she
went a little Penelope.
liked it. So I think that she's kind of rushing because she wants to show now a whole country, I am your queen. I have your back. I will protect you.
I am Scotland.
I am Scotland. I think that she wants to feel that sense of right now she feels like she's Francis's little queen living in France. Like
That part I can agree with you.
Yeah.
I think she wants to feel like she's doing something and impacting directly.
Yeah.
I don't think it's her being power hungry. I think it's her wanting to see results.
Yeah.
Right.
I would absolutely.
with a little bit of
Okay,
a dash
maybe.
of some power hunger,
Just a
because
little
she's
spice.
acting.
She's ready. She's eager, but it's like, okay, like now is not the time. Like obviously the English people want to send somebody in to have her killed. Like the block is hot.
Which Francis, talk about like a knight in shining armor. He saw that like well, first of all, he talks to Bash a little bit about it, which I really loved that scene between them. I like that you can tell they're still a little like but they're coming back to the brotherly love we loved before all the nonsense happened. But it was wonderful nonsense. We loved it. But, it was great. I don't regret a thing. But then we see like kind of Francis just go to bat for Mary without her even asking, and she was like kind of being like, "What are you doing?" And he's just like, "I love you." Like this, we saw like Francis truly does love Mary, and he kind of got a little, Bash was like, you better put your wife before your country sometimes, or you might lose your wife. Mm-hmm. So I liked that. It was cute. It was really cute.
He said, what if my wife doesn't see that I love her and I put her first? For classic Francis.
Love him. Love him. For Mary. Because Bash would have never freaking locked Mary up in a tower. Let's talk. Bash would have never locked her up, and Bash would have been like, if this is what you want, I support you, and I'll go with you. Let's go right now. You know, like, because obviously, we can talk about this a little bit. We had the Cardinals, or a Cardinal come visit to work out some money things with France, and I keep wanting to say Meagan, because that's the actress's name, but Queen Catherine's like, she cannot see the king because he's crazy, and Mary's like, I got this one.
Acting like a queen.
She's kicking butt. Yeah, I like the confident Mary, but I don't like the crazy Mary.
I think in that respect, I think it's working on multitude of levels in the sense that, hey, I can show Catherine my worth. Because after all of everything they've been through, it's like, okay, I got this one.
Yeah.
So I think it's a combination of a few things for the Cardinal.
I agree. But then Francis is like, you can't leave yet. We have to wait. We have to get this business done. Like, Francis, I think from the beginning of that discussion was being very logical and very fair. Because at the beginning, he maybe said right at first, nah, I don't really want to go. But he very quickly was like, okay, we'll go. Just let's tie up all of our, ends here before we leave. And Mary was just like, no, I need to go now. Like, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's because her sketchy brother was really pushing it.
Yeah, James.
We don't like you.
I don't know. I mean,
Why don't we trust the men in tonight's episode?
We do. We trust Bash. We trust Francis. What you talking about, Willis?
Okay,
I'm not even
you
gonna
guys
say
don't
who's
trust
Willis.
Nostradamus' love. We don't trust Julian.
I trust Nostradamus' love.
We don't trust James.
You know who I do trust? I do trust our viewers who tweeted us and
What's the latest tweet?
Tweeted us and comment on us on YouTube. Love you guys, appreciate it.
We do.
So shout out to Rebecca Simpson, first of all. And I don't know how you set up your username, but I believe it's Evie Dewdrop. No idea. Sorry, let us know if it's not what it is. But she said, speaking of cake from the previous episode, if all characters were desserts, what desserts would they be?
Of all the characters on Reign?
Oh, I actually commented on that, and I said Kenna would be a cannoli.
Phil, you have something to say about that?
This just seems like we were on like the most passionate topic of the night.
No, you just because you said that we were all against the guy, so I had to switch it up.
Wait, okay. I have a comment to make about
cannoli.
About the show or the cannoli?
No, the show.
Okay.
Going back to the whole Francis, Mary, Bash love triangle thing. Here's why I like Francis better for Mary. I always knew.
Now we're into this stuff. Oh
no, this is in the episode. This is gonna.
All right, tie it in.
Okay, I'm gonna tie it in.
We gotta put
so we always knew that Francis and Mary were very similar, and they were both very strong leaders, and that it was going to cause a little tension between them. But Bash is not a leader. Like, I love him to death. He's so compassionate and caring, but he's not a king like Francis is. But he wasn't raised like that, so it's not his fault. That's just who he is. But ladies, you can agree with me out there. If you're with a guy who is like a constant pushover and lets you do whatever you want, and you wear the pants in the relationship, you're gonna get bored, and it will get and then you'll be like, goodbye. I almost did something like this, and then I did it anyways. And then you'll be bored and over with it. And this Francis being a strong leader, showing her that he can't be pushed around too, is what's gonna make her stick to him and last, because she's not gonna get bored, and they are gonna be able to be together.
Women have such a healthy outlook on life.
Whoa, that was such a loaded comment.
Mr. Kenna over here, just obsessed with her. So no, I think that's very realistic, and I would agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that's my life or anything. I'm just saying.
This is your friend.
I'm just my friend. I'm just saying that that's the reality of it out there.
So kind of to wrap up, kind of the Mary Francis thing. Francis ends up having to torture this guy, like goes to those extremes of torture. And Francis is not a very mean person. Like,
No.
he's not a fighter. He's a lover.
I know.
And so that's big of Francis to do, first of all. He gets this guy to confess, offers him a ton of money that, but we still didn't know. It was still unclear to me whether or not James was in on this whole thing, or if it was just he was paid off by these Englishmen who do want James to be king. If you guys caught something differently, I still think it's unclear. But if you know differently, please let me know. But it seems like by the end of this episode, Mary's locked in the tower until James leaves. And James is going to be leaving without her, and he knows it. So but that seems weird for me that he's just going to give up and go. I don't know
if he's given up. Plans change according to what goes on. So
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if he is in on it or not. My gut instinct is telling me that he is, but Mary did say, he's written to me a ton of times and said these things, but
was that all part of the plan?
Yeah, but exactly, that could be him covering his tracks, and I don't know. My gut is telling me that he's involved and he knows and he wants to be king.
Because right now it's word of mouth. I mean, no one else has come to Mary saying there's a problem in Scotland.
Yeah.
There's always problems in Scotland,
Yeah.
but this is a little different problem.
As James's footman, wouldn't he be like, hey, there's a price on your half-sister's head?
Yeah,
Like,
I
wouldn't
agree.
he say, like,
I mean, he's
she's
paid a
in
lot.
danger?
I don't know.
If he's not involved, if James is not involved.
Yeah.
Well,
I
then,
don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. We've seen some people who work for the flying J's. What were those Mary's
That's
ladies?
a gas station. The Flying J.
I think it was a little.
But I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
those ladies who work for Mary that, people
Work for Catherine.
Catherine, yeah, sorry.
I think it was a little weird that Francis went to the extremes of locking Mary in a tower.
Oh my God.
That's what his daddy did to his mama.
I know.
It just seems like that.
Hey, you guys wanted Team Francis, so now you got it.
Oh,
Now you got
That's true, but that, why couldn't he?
Nope, doesn't
seemed
matter.
weird. It
That's
seemed
who
weird.
he
Because
is.
he's trying to protect her, and that's what you do when you love somebody, okay?
Like Bash wants to do for Kenna.
I wouldn't have responded well to that.
Catherine is trying to do for Henry. I think we're seeing a lot of love for Henry
If
from
you
Catherine.
love someone, lock them up.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
This is what Reign teaches us
Not
every
like
week.
forever, but just temporarily until the threat goes across the water.
So to conclude, I think there's one topic that we missed that I want to jump back to is the discussion between Catherine and Nostradamus. We didn't really kind of get into that. She basically is like he's like, you know what, Catherine, I'm gonna leave. She's like, no, you're not. I'm gonna try to kill Olivia with the snake. But I liked that scene as well a lot. I really liked this episode. This was one of my favorites, I think, just because there were so many cool moments that did not deal with. I don't like the darkness. It kind of bores me. I like when things in the castle are happening and people have to,
Yeah, it's the politics.
Yeah, the
it's
politics
fun.
are cool. Yeah.
I mean, I also liked the scene. I love the friendship that the two of them have together. It's interesting to me that she's so dead set on him staying. Your visions are an asset. I need you here to keep us safe. But it's you're causing trouble.
Yeah.
Your visions are
Stirring the pot.
You're stirring the pot. Your visions are wrong. They're half visions.
Well, and he's not even,
I don't know.
the last vision he had that would have been beneficial to Catherine, he didn't even tell her. Because that was that Francis actually does die. So, because he saw the rest of the vision. So, I'm surprised he didn't just leave. I was a little surprised that he was not okay, I'm leaving. There has to be more of a reason that I don't think we understand yet of why he's staying. Because obviously he does have a a friendship with Catherine, but I don't think her reach. I really don't think her reach could reach to.
Okay, but maybe in that sense, for Nostradamus, he can't escape his visions, right? And so no matter if people know his gift, whatever they want to call it, then they're apt to take advantage of it. And so if he goes to Trinidad, someone else is going to take advantage. If it's not Catherine, it's going to be somebody else, perhaps. And it's okay, well, this poor woman is never going to be able to escape me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
I thought that he stayed so that he could protect Olivia from Catherine, so that.
Well, yeah, but she gets to go live life free somewhere
Right.
else, and it's just it's just separation. I mean, she could go down the street; it wouldn't really matter, as long as they're
Right, but he
forever
wouldn't be the
separate.
cause. Like if she went down the street and got hit by, is that what you're saying?
No, she could just go live down the street just as long as she was away.
It's a metaphor.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's not literal.
as long as he's not the cause of it, then he was setting her free. Which
Predictions?
So that about wraps.
I've got some shout outs.
shout it out.
Let's do
Shout
it.
it out.
Shout out to @Tam5Gib, tweeting. Rebecca Simpson, who commented on YouTube, thanks a lot. And then Ariel Mack, she commented and said that she noticed Henry wasn't wearing shoes. And from last week, I said, when Henry doesn't wear shoes, that's how I can judge how batshit crazy he's feeling at a moment. So good looking out. I also noticed he wasn't wearing shoes, and he was way up here.
Can I give 2 shout outs? It's not to anyone on YouTube, I'm sorry, but it's to Bash's butt, which looked awesome in those leather pants tonight. Also to Francis when he's angry and his hair is blowing in the wind. Looking good, Francis.
I like those shout outs.
Great shout outs.
Phil, you want to shout it out to anybody?
Hey, what Henry said about Kenna taunting him, we all felt it.
Every
Anyway.
week that's why Phil watches Reign, for the taunting with Kenna.
Anyway, ridiculous.
That nice olive green was a good color on her.
She looked gorgeous tonight. She really did.
Oh, she had a great headpiece at the very beginning.
Yes,
They all
those
kind of
diamonds.
had crowns on in the beginning. Rocking the crowns.
Yeah, except for the queen beans. Hers looked bad, and I'm glad.
Yeah. Boo.
All right.
Let's do it, guys. Let's do it, guys.
Predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz
Thank you.
TV.
I like the flashy lights. It makes me feel like
Oh, we didn't find out the desserts, so I'm gonna say
Back to this.
only
Go
My.
ahead.
a viewer asked the question. Phil,
It can be answered.
jeez, I'm gonna say king's cake.
Who's King's Cake?
The king is a cake.
King's cake is
Do you
King
know what?
Henry.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
King's cake, New Orleans. You know what king's cake is?
I
you
know,
find the baby
you
in
find
the
baby
cake.
in the cake. It's like a giant donut.
Yes, ma'am. Okay,
Okay.
that was for you. Appreciate the comment.
I think
I
Lola's a
had-
macaroon.
I had Nutella bread pudding the other day,
Does it taste like Henry?
and it was really good. And I'm just gonna hand that over to my friend Greer.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay. I think Lola's a macaroon. Pistachio macaroon. I'm gonna get specific.
Let's predict.
Like a French macaroon, not like the.
Avi.
Yeah.
I appreciate the fandom. It's unfortunately an odd question for
Predictions.
me,
Sorry.
Who wants to do it?
but we're
well,
back.
I got a
to-
prediction. So, like I said earlier, she's coming back pregnant, Miss.
Olivia.
That was a good
Olivia.
one.
I
That's a
have-
good one.
This isn't really a prediction because I know it's going to happen, but in 2 weeks, something humongous is going to happen on the show.
Like ginormous? Like joggernaut?
Like, it's gonna be
for
huge, guys.
for one of the secondary characters, something big is going to happen. I'm not talking about Lola. You'll see.
Ooh,
I'm really
can't wait.
Teasing that.
My
You
other
guys kind of know, so I don't know why you guys are acting.
we're just
Kind
trying
of.
to, kind of. My other prediction is Castleroy. Something's up with him.
Okay.
I don't think he's coming back.
I think he's gonna
Ditto.
I think he's gonna die in the storm on his way back.
Ditto. I totally
I think,
agree.
and like Greer's gonna be like, oh crap, where's Leif? Hopefully he gets titled while he's away with the army, and he can come back and be like, I have money and land, let's get married.
Oh, that would be
Because
so
I love him
cool.
and I love them together. I think. Whoa!
Go faster.
Alright,
We spent
King
too much
Henry-
time on
I
damn
think
cake.
King Henry obviously killed his brother. Had something to do with it. Those are the demons he's facing. I don't think he has syphilis anymore. I don't know what's wrong with him. I'm still trying to figure that
He
out.
overcame syphilis.
He overcame because you guys were right. If he had syphilis, more people would have it, and everybody would be going crazy in French court. I think Olivia is preggers, and I think when she's preggers with Nostradamus' baby, she's gonna start getting visions. Boom! Drop
like
the
that.
pen, because she's gonna have the seed inside her.
Drops the mic. What you got, boo?
I
I
agree with everyone
The one
else.
heir we don't have yet is the king of, or the next line for the prince.
Oh, Shout out to the commenter who said that we were really bad at predictions and said Nostradamus would be disappointed. That was really funny.
That's why I was like trying to make good predictions.
Yeah, no,
this week.
that you guys, I agree with the things that you said. I agree.
Predictions are hard,
Done.
but we sprinkle some throughout the episode anyway. So.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully
Anyway.
I'm done. I'm just agreeing.
Bow wow gal.
Yeah, that's me. Do you want me to say that?
Yeah, that's bow out, bow wow gal.
Bow out.
That's your segue to sign out.
You guys.
She's tired.
I'm not. Anyways, my name is Meagan Medick. You can follow me on Twitter at the Bow Wow Gal or on Instagram, Meagan Medick.
I'm
Fahnia
I'm
Thomas.
Fahnia Thomas. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Fahnia Thomas.
I'm Keetin Marchi. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at KeetinM33. Hashtag Get Keetin on Reign. And I know they wrapped shooting on this season a few days ago. So congratulations to the whole cast and crew of Reign. I can't wait to see the end of this season, and I can't wait for next season.
Woo.
And we have ideas for season 5, so if you need them, let us know.
I got it.
It's going to take a while to get there. But anyway, follow us here at AfterBuzz TV, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff.
Woo!
And, of course, for behind-the-scenes look at AfterBuzz TV, check out Chasing Maria Menounos on Oxygen at 10 p.m. Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
The party episode, the AfterBuzz party episode, this Tuesday night.
Yay!
See how AfterBuzz
You'll
parties.
See me. I get thrown in the pool.
Aw.
Spoiler alert.
It's not really that big. It's a spoiler. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it made the cut, but
I was going to say, did you see it? Like, how do you know?
I got thrown in the pool.
Anyway, we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.